A lot of people are fleeing from New York. A lot of people don't even want to stay in New York. In fact, I've literally seen a lot of videos where a lot of people will literally tell you, do not move to New York. I really do not know what their reasons are, but in this video today, we are going to be exploring that. And if you're watching this video and you know any single reasons why a lot of people are leaving US, are leaving New York City, or maybe you have a particular experience that made you leave New York City, I want you to please educate me in the comment section, because the main reason why we are doing all of this is for us to get education from each and every one of us. Okay, first, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment and share, and credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And guys, with that being said, let's dive right into this video and I'll be back with commentaries. So let's go watch why people are actually leaving. And yeah, let's go.
Nobody that's born in the NYC and like that's been like raised out in the five boroughs wants to live in the five boroughs. And I don't know if people outside like want to live in the five boroughs. And it's because it's the city that never sleeps. Do you want to sleep in a place that never sleeps? Like there's an energy of the city that is very young. Once you get older, every sane person I've seen, once they get older, moves the fuck to Long Island and then comes back to the city for work and for play, hang out and shit, and then goes back to Long Island. There's no speed cameras, wider roads, better houses, fucking deer. Like what? You don't want to live in a place that don't sleep. How the fuck can you sleep in a place that don't sleep? Like it don't make sense. I was trying to explain this to somebody that's just a thing that is like I've the entire time I was growing up in Queens, I always knew it was like you get your money, your parents and shit, they get money, they move the fuck to Long Island where it's rabbits and you hear crickets and shit. Like I'm quiet right now, I can hear crickets and everything. Like not a car alarm and a fight and a dog. Like bro, I'm trying to sleep.
I cannot wait to move out of New York. I have so many reasons why, but I'd probably say the number one reason is how fucking disgusting and dirty it is. It smells every fucking where you go. I'm at home right now, but I remember the other day I went out for dinner with my friend and I was just walking to the train. The walk to the train, the steps on the train itself, getting off the train, walking more, it just stinks. There's not any clarity on any part of your commute in this city. Like, on God, it smells all the time. It's like, how can people get used to their nostrils attacking them like this? Like, my nostrils were on fire. I was like, this is not normal. It's also very expensive, but like, number one, it smells so fucking bad. Like, I just need we need more trees. We need some more oxygen flowing, and we need to get rid of the piss stained fucking subways and streets. Like, my God, I'm sick of it. Sick!
Okay, so I'm seeing more people make videos talking about what it's like to live upstate New York. So I'm here to reiterate and I'm here to tell you that if it is, for whatever reason, you're deciding that you want to move upstate, don't do it. Don't do it. Stay where you are. Save yourself from the disappointment. Bro, everybody out here is on drugs. Everybody. I tell you, no exaggeration. Men, women, boys, girls, cats, dogs, you name it. They're all on fucking drugs. And it's a devastating sight to see. Now, to those who don't know, I am not from here. I just stay here. I stay in the capital region. How I ended up here is a story for another time. I'll talk about that in another video. But I promise you, I pray every day endlessly so that I can get the fuck up out of here. Because I hate it. So first things first, right? So I don't know about y'all. I can't speak for everybody because you got people who migrate from the city out here and make their way out here and they get acclimated to this lifestyle, right? And some would even go out their way to try to tell you that it's better to live here than it is in the city. No, the fuck it ain't. No, the fuck it ain't. Don't let these motherfuckers lie to you. No, the fuck it ain't. The only thing that upstate New York has to offer is cheap real estate. That is it. That's the only thing, and even that has gotten questionable lately. Cause ever since COVID, everything done went up. All these outdated fucking apartments out here, these landlords got the nerve to be charging an arm and a leg to live in them. You got motherfuckers who would tell you, oh, well, you need to get out more. You need to blah, blah. Get out and go where exactly? Get out and do what? Because it ain't shit to do up here. It ain't a motherfucking thing to do up here unless you're an outdoorsy person. Unless you like camping and hunting and fishing, you know what I'm saying? And when it's winter time, unless you like skiing or snowboarding, and all that shit is cool. Don't get me wrong, but other than that, it ain't nothing to do upstate New York. This is why everybody's getting high, because they don't have anything to distract them. The reason why it's such a miserable experience for me is because who wants to live anywhere where they feel like they need to stay in their shell? They need to be in a hermit crab because they're not going to meet any friends, or they're not going to meet anyone that they can date. Who wants to live like that? Not like me. It's a miserable fucking life to live, yo. It's miserable. Like I said, everybody's on drugs. And it's crazy. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, when you get to meet some people, whatever, you talk to them, all of their stories are consistent with each other. They all got the same fucking story, one way or another. Another thing is the roads in these inner cities are fucking deplorable. They would destroy your car into smithereens. They got potholes out here the size of queen-size beds. It's crazy. The roads are fucking deplorable. I done told y'all before that I drive the bus out here, so I get exposed to a lot. I get exposed to a whole lot, and one of the things that I'm exposed to more than anything is junkies and homeless people, and they get on my bus. They infiltrate my buses every day. Every day, getting on my bus, it's just smelling like pure death. Pure death, because they don't have nowhere else to go. Now that it's starting to get cold, they're coming on my bus. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing about upstate New York, and I'm talking, whether we're talking about the Poughkeepsie, Newburgh area, whether we're talking about the capital region where I'm located, or either further up. The further up you go, the more devastating it is. But let's talk about Niagara Falls, Buffalo, Rochester, those places, right? All of these places are known for their prestigious schools and their colleges and their universities. But these fucking schools be dead smack in the middle of the hood. You know what I'm saying? So when they leave their campus, the things that they have to be exposed to is just sad. It's sad, the shit that they have to be exposed to. And in the women, it's like, yo, the other day I had a woman get on my bus, man. When I tell you that, I thought this woman was beautiful, had long, pretty hair. She had a nice body and everything. She gets on my bus. I say good morning to her. She smiles back at me, y'all. All her fucking teeth is rotten. Every last one of her teeth. At least the ones that were in her mouth. Because most of them were missing. They were fucking rotten. A young, pretty girl. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? This can't be real. So yeah, I tell y'all all the time about how much I hate my job. And one of the reasons why I hate my job so much is because of what I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, what I have to be exposed to, and the fact that I also hate living here. Like, you know what I mean? So if I'm being real with you, I can't stand the idea of me staying another 2 months out here. I don't even know how I'm going to get through these next 2 months just to close out the year. Nevertheless, another 2 years. I promise you, God is my witness, I'd rather die than to live another 2 years out here. I mark my words. I promise you, because I'll probably just end up dying from misery anyway.
Trying so hard not to crash out right now, but I fucking hate New York. I hate New York City because everything is a scam and jam here. Everything is a scam and jam here. This right here, the amount of money I pay in tickets, the amount that I have to pay. Literally, I got up to move my car. I am 2 minutes late to moving it. And guess what? Someone is waiting right there. I'll over give your ticket. No, suck your mother. I can't. The thing is that when you live in certain areas, they put these stupid city bikes everywhere. Why would you put city bikes where people have to park cars? So there's never enough parking here. And Lord forbid, if you park in front of a hydrant, they're really going to get you. You come home 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that, no park. Even at 6 p.m., there's no fucking parking. But they just want to ticket you. They want congestion prices. I can't even go to the city in peace. If I try to go to the city, I got to pay $20 now because stupid ass congestion prices. Can't take it here. I cannot take it here anymore. I cannot, because no matter what you do here, you will never get ahead in New York. New York is a scam. Everybody thinks it's this great, wonderful place. It is nothing but angry people, because you know what? The city is robbing us every chance they get. Whether it is a parking ticket, a congestion charge, and people can say, oh, just get on the train. They're setting women on fire on the trains. Why would I get on the train, huh? Literally, you get on the train, you never know when you're going to see a homeless person wanking themselves off. I don't want to get on the train, okay? I want to feel safe in my car. I work at night. I get home late. I want to feel safe in my car, okay? And then even that. You know how much my car insurance is? $300 a month, which I guess is pretty good. But do you know why it's so high? Because I live in New York, and they could steal at any time. And if you live in like a neighborhood or a zip code where they feel like it's high crime, they're gonna charge you extra. It's a scam and jam here. I cannot take it anymore. I feel like I am on the verge of the ultimate breakdown if I stay here any longer, because all the money I work hard for, it just goes towards tickets. It's just dumb shit. But there's no parking. Fucking tolls. The congestion pricing, I guess I didn't realize, and I just kept driving, and they've charged me, like, I swear they're taking $1,000 since they started. I can't even drive anymore. I just need to sit at my house and be fucking depressed because I hate it here. Like, it's stupid city.
This is your sign to get out of New York. Why I say this is your sign? Because it's ghetto. People don't care. There's people selling all types of stuff on the street. Mad illegal stuff, if you already know what I'm talking about. The fact that you can't go anywhere without getting shot, getting stabbed, getting pushed on the train, or even just trying to live in peace. I'm just getting so fed up. Like, I'm literally saying I'm ashamed to be born in New York and to be born over here in the Bronx, because the Bronx is nasty and it's always going to be nasty, especially the South Bronx. So yeah, that's my thought for today. Hope everybody else having a great day. Peace out.
This is a public service announcement. Stop moving to upstate New York, and especially if you are a Black American woman. There is absolutely nothing up here for you. I often meet women from the city who say that they want to move upstate to give themselves and their kids a better life, but please trust me, your life will not be better in upstate New York. You see how I'm standing in front of an abandoned building? There are entire towns up here full of abandoned buildings. You will be denied jobs, no matter how talented and smart you are. And if you do get a job, you're going to have to work under racist idiots. You will be denied government benefits in favor of others. If you know, you know. And don't think you're going to have a social life either, because most of the people up here are crazy or on something. Also, the vast majority of the others, the you-know-who's up here, are very racist and ignorant. Many of them have never even left their family's property in their entire lives. Many of them have never even traveled the 50 or 60 miles it takes to get to the city because they are afraid of Black people. There is poverty everywhere you look in upstate New York. There are super high HIV and STI rates in upstate New York. There are very high levels of drug use in upstate New York. There are very limited opportunities to earn a decent wage in upstate New York. You're either going to work at ShopRite, Walmart, or in the prison system. There's even barely any cell service in a lot of places upstate. You will be denied apartments based on the fact that you are Black American. Believe me. And it's just like this song that I've been hearing on the country station. I can't remember the name of it, but in the song, the singer is talking about how he knows important people in small towns. In the song, he basically says, like, I know the teacher, I know all of the local small town celebrities. And he says, sometimes the police pull me over, but they turn off the lights and let me go because we're friends. You know, we all know one another. And it's just like that in upstate New York. They protect their own. And if you are a person of color, if you are a Black person driving a nice car, you will be harassed. I will never forget one time when I was living in my old apartment. My boyfriend and I went to the store. We were driving back to my place and I got pulled over for, I don't even remember what BS he said. After I give the police my license, they walk around to the passenger, bang on the passenger window, and demand that my boyfriend at the time give them his license as well. Which wasn't necessary at all. If you do happen to get a good job, watch out because they will sabotage you and try to get you fired and harass you every day at your job. They will demean you and degrade you and question your intelligence. I have had my intelligence and my capabilities questioned by people who cannot even open a PDF on an email, I promise you. And my guess is if you want to leave the city, you don't have a license. If you move to upstate New York, good luck going anywhere without a car and a license. There is no robust public transportation in upstate New York. You will be lucky if you can find a bus that goes to near where you would like to go. A lot of places in upstate New York don't even have sidewalks. So if you do have to walk to get somewhere, good luck to you because it is not safe. And I know the MTA keeps going up on their prices, but good luck going anywhere in upstate New York for $3. Your kids will be in schools with kids who taunt and harass them and use racial slurs against them. Your kids will be in schools where teachers use racial slurs against them. There are a lot of places in upstate New York that are stuck in like the 60s, the 70s. Many businesses in upstate New York don't even have websites. There are plenty of businesses up here that have Trump signs displayed in front. Every other lawn had a Trump sign on it before the election. Most of the people who you will meet working in public service are very uneducated and ignorant, but they got those jobs because their friend, their cousin, their neighbor put them on. You, as a Black woman, will not be included in that. You will not be put on or helped to advance. Do not move to upstate New York if you are a Black woman who wants a better life because you will be miserable. Ask me how I know. All in all, just please do not do it. Do not do it. You will be setting yourself up for failure. You're going to deal with so much racism and so many ignorant people that you are going to be sick. Do not do it.
And you know what? I'm going to stay out of the diaspora war conversation because y'all going to make me go through psychosis being out here in Brooklyn talking to these Caribbean people about the concept and the whole ordeal. And it's like I don't know if y'all, I feel like Lotto, like y'all are intentionally trying to not understand what I'm saying. Like, I don't, like you can't make it up. You can't make it up. And then it's just like, you, like, these are the same, like, y'all know what y'all do to Black Americans. And now that everyone's calling y'all out on the concept is, oh, nobody does anything to Black America. Yes. If you're Black American, add me, because I don't want to talk to no more. I had to think hard about what I was about to say. When they go low, we go high. If you're Black American, add me, because I want to have Black American people on here.
Black Americans are definitely a dominant culture in New York City. It's not that it doesn't exist, it's that you just don't understand it. There's nothing more confusing to Black people from around the country than to go to a city like New York City and then being juxtaposed with so many other Black people from other areas in the world. Whereas in the South, in the Midwest, in the West Coast, if you're Black, you're primarily Black American first. If you move to New York from Detroit, you move to New York from Atlanta, Alabama, Tennessee, you're going to feel as if the presence of Black American people is less or diminished or not represented enough because you as a Black person did not grow up with various types of Black people. Being from New York City is its own thing. We grow up exposed to cultures from around the world, and it's not just Black people. In New York City, you have the Jews, the Italians, the Polish, the Irish, the Russians, the Koreans, the Chinese, the Taiwanese, the Thai. And these pockets of people create what I understand in my life. And that is an amalgamation of living together to create what New York City is. Now, for you to be an outsider and a transplant and to come to New York or be in my comment sections saying that, oh, something's wrong with those New York Black people. Oh, all they do is pander to Caribbean. Oh, they play Caribbean music. Yeah, and we eat food from around the world. And we're more exposed to people from around the world. That's just what our culture is in the city that we're from. You don't understand it, which is fine. I'm not asking you to understand it. But what you can't say is that Black American culture isn't a dominant culture or doesn't exist because other cultures exist in New York. There will always be a disconnect for anyone that's Black in America and Black American moving to a city like New York, expecting it to be like anywhere else in America. Other cities are not like New York, and that's just how I can describe it. You're in New York City and you move to Brooklyn and you hang out with 4 Caribbean people, your exposure is going to be Caribbean. If you move to Harlem and you're around Black Americans, you're going to get a Black American experience. If you move to the Bronx and you're not in the South Bronx, it's going to be Puerto Rican. If you move to the South Bronx, it's going to be Black. If you move to the Heights, it's going to be Dominican. If you move to Flatbush, it's definitely going to be Caribbean. The thing about New York is there are pockets of areas in the city where each group kind of has the reins. And regardless of that, before any of these people came to New York City, who was there? Black Americans. The foundation of what they assimilate to is Black American culture. And that video was funny because she was reducing Black American culture to playing West Coast or Southern rap music. And that's just not something we've ever done. Mentioning like Beyonce, YG, Young Thug, Future, and Megan Thee Stallion as Southern music, they're not Southern rappers. They are international rappers. They are national rappers. There's a difference between a regional subgenre music and stars that are from a region in America. Well, I say that to say, if you're not from New York, you inherently probably will never understand New York, and you'll probably always harbor feelings about you being a Black American and coming from somewhere where everybody's Black American, so the culture is all Black American, to you having to share a city with other groups of people, which make that city one of the best cities in the world, in my opinion. There's an inherent understanding between New Yorkers about how we respect each other's cultures, how we understand each other's cultures, how we communicate with each other. You grow up juxtaposed to Black Americans, Caribbean people, Asian people, white people from around the world, and it's just the norm. There's no other way I can describe it. I'm in Miami right now, visiting family, and 2 people I met last night were from New York, and I immediately knew they were from Brooklyn. Like, just the way they spoke. Then my follow-up question was, where's your people from? And they were like, nah, we're from Brooklyn. My grandparents are from Brooklyn. And I was like, all right, word. My family moved from Georgia to Brooklyn as well. New York or nothing, baby. New York or nothing.
So I just watched a video of a young woman talking about how she went from New York City to North Carolina, and then 4 months later, she moved back to New York City. She said that she lived in New York City all of her life, and she decided to, have a change and move to North Carolina, Charlotte to be specific. And she just didn't like it, and she got bored, and she thought that she exhausted all of the things she can do in Charlotte. And so she moved back to New York City. Now, as a New Yorker, I am not shocked. I'm really not shocked. That is not surprising because New York City breeds an individual who likes convenience. That's the hard truth. It is very hard for a New Yorker, specifically one that was born and raised, to move somewhere else and enjoy it. Now, the thing about her is that she didn't give it enough time. I think that she could have enjoyed a lot of things in Charlotte if she stayed there for at least a year. I always give a place a year, but she said that she knew and she had to move back, and then she moved back and it was affecting her mental health, so I get it. But what I'm saying is that is not surprising. New Yorkers like convenience, and we come from a non-car centered city, so public transportation is a big thing. We come from all these different cultures. The nightlife is something otherworldly, like no city can compare to that, right? And interestingly enough, I went to Charlotte and Raleigh 2 weeks ago, and I really enjoyed both cities. They were both very different, though. Um, and I don't know if you knew this, but a lot of New Yorkers have ties to the South, specifically North and South Carolina, because of the Great Migration. A lot of people moved to the North, specifically New York, Chicago, and the tri-state area. Anyway, so I went to Charlotte and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Charlotte. I thought Charlotte was a really cute city. I did find that Charlotte was a bunch of young professionals, a lot of business people, I'll say yuppies, and I didn't love the food there. Sorry for North Carolinians. I thought there was a lot of fried food, and I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. But I enjoyed the people there. There is Southern hospitality, great Southern hospitality. And I took a train there, which I didn't think was that bad, but it's mostly car-centered. It's a car-centric city. Then I went to Raleigh. Raleigh's a whole different vibe. Raleigh is more university-centered. There are so many different colleges in Raleigh. So it's a very young city and also very family-oriented, and it had a different feel because there was a lot of healthcare facilities. There was a lot of tech. It's a different energy. It definitely felt more tech-centered and healthcare-centered. So they were very different. The food in Raleigh, yeah, they definitely did that. Best chicken and waffles I ever had in my life. If you ever go to Raleigh, go to Beasley's. Anyway, so I'm not surprised that she did not like North Carolina. Now, as someone who moved from New York City to Los Angeles, which is very different from North Carolina, what's similar is it is a slower pace from New York City, right? And the nightlife is not the same. I struggled, man. I struggled so much, probably. And I didn't even tell people. I was like, faking it. I was like, okay, this is fine. This is what it is here. I was like, ain't nothing compared to New York City. Like, because I'm a night owl. I love the nightlife. I love to go out and, club and hang with friends. And it was a lot harder in a car-centric city to do, like LA, than to New York. And so I was getting a little bit sad that I couldn't do things. But what I found is that LA is great for daytime activities and wellness and stuff. And so I used that to my advantage. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So this is what the city's about. So I'm gonna, utilize that. And then I ended up enjoying it. But it did take more than a year. It did not just come like whoop-de-doo. It took a while. So that's all to say, it is not surprising that a New Yorker moved to a different state and didn't enjoy it and came back. So my New Yorkers, I don't know what to tell you. Not surprised.
Anyways, you guys have literally heard a lot of people where they literally need to air out why you should move to New York, why you should not move to New York, and why people are literally moving out from New York City. I also made some of my few research, and with all of what they have literally said, this is what I actually get from my own research, and of which my research was literally centered of why are people leaving New York City, like what is the main thing there. Why are people always advising people you can move to North Carolina, but do not go to New York City or any other city? Anyways, let's get into it, right? And the first one I have here is high cost of living and housing. And I said one of the biggest reason people live is simply affordability. Rent and home price in New York cities are much higher than many other places, making everyday life expensive. Many families and workers can get much larger, cheaper home in sub or other states. Another reason here that they have is remote with freedom. The shift to remote or hybrid work means many people no longer need to live near Manhattan or Brooklyn office. With the flexibility, people choose places with lower cost or more space. Another one here that I have is quality of good life factor. Some residents say the city life with its crowd, noise, transit issues, and face space is stressful or less appealing long term. And I have another one here, which is the taxes. They said New York State and some of the highest taxes in the US. So many people move to states with income tax like Florida or Texas to save money. Another one is family and lifestyle choice. People often live to be closer to family, raise children in less crowded areas, enjoy outdoor space and quiet community. According to Borders US migration trends. On the other hand, I said pandemic effects. The COVID pandemic accelerated out migration to some as some people left temporarily and never returned, and remote work became normal. On the other hand, is pollution and economic shifts. Data shows that even though the population has rebounded in some ways, net domestic out migration, people live for other parts of the US, spike and remain above pre-pandemic level. In summary, people leave New York City for a mix of financial, lifestyle, and work related reasons, especially affordability and the choice to live somewhere more spacious, cheaper, urban trend, tax policy, and work from home option have all influenced the decision for many residents. And when I was doing my research, one of the surprising thing or one of the hilarious thing is me not seeing the DRUGO that people were literally talking about. Because if you watch this video very well, you literally see some people said New York City is one of the cities that is, you do get what I'm trying to say, like a lot of DRUG is being done there, but I didn't find it in my research. Probably my research didn't give me. But anyways, let me know what has been your reason if you have recently moved from New York City to another city. What has been your experience in the New York? I really want to get more research to know reasons why a lot of people are moving. But let me know which part of the state do you think you will recommend for me as someone that is coming into the US to stay. I just wanted to let me know in the comment section. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking my videos, dropping commentaries, sharing my videos. I do not take you guys for granted. To those ones sending super thanks, joining my membership, you guys are absolutely the best. Thank you for all your support. And lastly, credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys, I love you guys. Mwah.